All right, YouTube subscribers and members, I'm doing this video for everybody. Got a lot of member updates done over the last several days, a lot of requests done. I think I got one more I'm going to squeeze into this video, specific to one of our members that wants to see Dogecoin and my thoughts on Dogecoin. I got a lot of thoughts today, folks. I got a lot of thoughts specific to Bitcoin, keeping things very simple on the low time frame and on the high time frame. As you'll recall from my analysis, I started doing these these Bitcoin videos for those that haven't been following me in the summer of 2023. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick recap of that, but before I'm going to get to our agenda. So Bitcoin, low time frame, high time frame, altcoins seem to be waking up here. You don't hear me talking about altcoins a lot. Why? Because I believe long term they bleed against Bitcoin. Most are probably scams. That's my opinion. I don't know that to be fact. However, there are certain times where some outperformance potentially could be had, and maybe now is one of those times. A lot of things are signaling that potentially to me. And I'm going to do Dogecoin per request from one of the members. All right, let's get into the context of everything that we are dealing with Bitcoin, and it's really simple. Not much has changed from the weekend market update, folks. People looking for major correction here are not respecting structures. They're not respecting, much like the summer when I started making these videos, I was referencing this Wyckoff accumulation spring, last point of support, sign of strength, sign of strength. Okay, here and here, one massive sign of strength, reaccumulation in essence above the accumulation phase. That move and why I never expected us to get a 30K retest is because of that consolidative period. And we didn't. We got upwards accumulation with volatility and then continuation. Fast forward to an even larger reaccumulation event than this one, right? That sign of strength can also be called a reaccumulation. Was the one that we went through from March to October. And so from a fundamentals perspective, this is early stage expansion. And so if and whenever this ends, my expectation is for continuation at a minimum, to see the energy that we came into that expressed to the other side at a very minimum. And what would that look like? That would look like a move like that. 140, 142, 132 is my minimum. 160, 180 wouldn't even surprise me if we were to get some type of extended third. So on the low time frames, again, this is speculation, folks, and I'm not a financial advisor, just doing this as it's my passion, and I like to educate people, and things that I talk about could go up, they could go down, they could go sideways. Just use this as education purposes. So what I'm looking at on a low time frame with Bitcoin is potentially a triangle in play. And let me really zoom in because this is important. We're looking at a triangle here where coming out of this, what I'm calling basically one flat correction two, we had a one running flat ABC, and then a clear five wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then potentially ABA, right? Three-legged move B, three-legged move C, D, more than three legs, and then E, potentially completing here. There's potential for that, or it terminating at 90,000, or I'm wrong altogether, right? Those are three options. What I like about what's going on here is what the alts are doing. And what I mean by that is this, and I'll share that in a second. What I mean by that is you don't always need to terminate a wave. You see truncations a lot. So Elliott wave principles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not very common, sorry, not very commonly do we see, but we do see where the last wave of whether it's happening in an impulse or a correction, okay, is truncated. And so instead of that clear 5-wave move, you get a truncation. Same thing can happen on the downside, okay, where you get a truncation or equal, so a double bottom. And so could this be forming a bottom here? Sure, it could be. Where let's zoom in a little bit more. Where we have, an attempt to breach, and then it still could breach, right? There's nothing to say this thing just because I got a 4-hour green candle. This thing is reversing. We still could have one more leg, or it could just be a double bottom. And in fact, that's a truncated move, and the market could potentially reverse from here. What I like about what gives me kind of fuel for that truncation being the case is what we're seeing with these alts. So others is up, 6% on the day. And, we didn't even really get a test of this 30-week on this pullback, which is what you want to see in early stage expansion, right? You want to see space between that 30-week and where the market pulls back. We're kind of consolidating over this 2, right? This 2 wave here, still under it. If we see some follow through here, it's going to be, it should be powerful. There always is a chance this is forming a B too, right? And there's a C leg to come lower. And that 30-week coils up. But again, those are the 2 options as I see them. But power on the move like we're seeing with these alts lends me to err on the side of this thing is potentially, fueling back up for its next leg. And so when I look at what are some of the names that exert the most power, I've been posting this one on X. Dogecoin is one of them, right? I look at, all right, which names retrace to the golden pocket or the 786? And we look at from a structural standpoint, Dogecoin looks very similar to me as it did, in this area here, January, February of 2021, right? Where you've got a consolidation after, this first impulsive movement, right? And then this one, right? That's 3 legs in a move, ABC, ABC, but that was the first impulse. We see it. You don't see it often, but you see it. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so what are we doing right now? We got this corrective move, 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5. And so very conservative targets on something like Doge. Let me pull the 30-week. Again, exactly what you want to see. No real challenge of this 30-week yet. You don't want to see any challenging of the 30-week and after a major move, a major first impulse. Again, there also always is the possibility that these first major green candles are the B waves, right? So whether it's a zigzag correction or a triangle correction or a rectangle, it doesn't matter. That's always a possibility as well. And these things are forming Bs or triangle A, B, C, D, E, whatever may be the case. If 4 is in here, which is also a possibility because it's early stage expansion, in my opinion, then the target for me is anywhere for Doge between 147 and 290, but conservative 147 for its next move. Whether that starts from here or lower, I have no idea. It breached the 786. It couldn't get to the 618 like it did back here. It got to the 618. Did I show you that? Let me show you that. So let's take a look at the character of this move with Doge. So first impulse, origin of impulse, perfect tick to the 618, right? Beautiful, boom. And this is another reason why this looks very similar in time and in structure is that move there. We couldn't get to the 618. That may be a sign of strength. That may be a sign of strength. Or it could be a sign that this is a B wave and we have one more move down to 24 cents. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. But that's the view on Doge. Folks, I hope you have a great rest of the week. We'll continue to do these and continue to do your members' requests as I can get to them. Take care.